Good evening, everyone. I'm Rohani. Today, for my news topic, I'm going to talk about the mental disruptions caused by the era of cyberbullying. By the era of cyberbullying, I mean the era of social media, about how there's different platforms now, and how it causes an impact to the victims, as well to the cyberbulliers themselves. With the hashtag Have a Heart, which when we go on to the presentation, you understand why I chose that hashtag. So my news angle is from both parties, which is the victims as well as the cyberbully. Why do they cyberbully? Is it to gain attention? Because many of the comments are mean just to attract the attention of ongoers about how they'll stop and then they look at the cyberbully's profile, or they'll choose like a follower slash joining in the bullying, they associate with a hatred towards that victim, so they decide to follow and join a little community as they're lonely and they're trying to fit in. Another thing is, are they jealous? Because many of it start with jealousy, so they can't take it face to face, so they have to hide behind a computer screen and say mean stuff towards a person without even facing the person face to face. Next is, are Malaysians aware of the mental disruptions caused by cyberbullying, which is towards the victim? Because in Malaysia, it's still considered taboo, mental disruptions, as most of it is under the rug. And a lot of them don't believe in modern science, such as therapy or antidepressants, Xanax, as other countries such as America, which has an insurance benefit, which is allowing the patients to get antidepressants slash Xanax and therapy time. And next is the impact caused by themselves, which is they're always checking themselves, they're always looking around, they're always on edge, and that will cause like an anxiety attack. And as it's not talked about a lot in Malaysia, they don't know how to treat like an anxiety attack. It would seem as it feels the same way as a heart attack, so they don't know how to treat it. They think they're having a heart attack, but then overall they find out it was just an anxiety attack. For the background story, in a study conducted on a software website, which is comparetech.com, back in 2018, it shows that between 28 countries in Asia, Malaysia parents surveyed claimed that their child was targeted as cyberbullying at least once. This making Malaysia rank the second worst in Asia, which is lower than India, but higher than Saudi Arabia and China and South Korea. This proving that cyberbullying is a matter which everyone should look into, that it rises when the years go by. Like it's only getting worse, such as now there's memes. So if you take one bad photo, it could be turned into a meme, and it could be shared on all of the social media platforms, and it will be constantly tagging you, and then people will be laughing at you, so you feel that anxiety building up inside, and you just don't want to leave the house, and so on. Who I would interview, who I would love to interview if I get them, is psychologists slash doctors, so I could understand the mindset of both parties, about what they're going through, about the symptoms, how to treat the matter. Next is the victims of cyberbullying, because they know firsthand what they're dealing with inside, so they could share their stories, how they overcome it. And Malaysian celebrities, as Malaysian celebrities platform is bigger than other normal people, but still Malaysian celebrities get more heat, as their fans would backlash each other, and there are a lot of hatred. It's just, again, like I said, getting attention. Next, I would love to interview is Laura Melissa Williams. In a recent SPM English exam, they talked about a paraglider, and they used her name, and ironically, she just exists. So the students went to her Instagram and started bashing her stuff. So I would like to know her part of her story as well, because she lives in the UK, not in Malaysia. So this must be completely out of the box. She doesn't understand what's going on. And also the Health Minister, Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad. So the ideas I would do is compare contrast with both things. Like I said, the hashtag Khalid came from Melissa herself, because of the backlash she got. So she decided to go off Instagram and put a whole long message stating why and why Malaysians. She has been to Malaysia and she loves the country, but she feels so. She doesn't understand what's happening. She's getting threats. She's getting hate mail, comments. So she decided to deactivate her account for a while after posting a long message stating why. So like long messages, the comments of the cyber bullies, they don't know her and she doesn't know them as well. It's just ironically, she's actually an artist. So which happened to when paragliding and posted it. So Malaysians blame her for something and they would comment threats and everything. So she took on Instagram stating that she doesn't like 2 days she started trending and everything and she doesn't understand why, but then she doesn't like the attention that she's getting, the negative attention, so she decided to go off Instagram by posting this long message saying why. Take a risk now. Next. How do I would achieve balance is the reporting of the story will not be biased and questionable. I will refer to both sides equally and I'll just be in the middle, understanding both of their parties. Reporting will be done honestly without hiding the truth, such as going to a psychologist and understanding the real truth of what's going on. Ethical methods to obtain information, and the reporting will be accurately and factually from the facts. Thank you.